Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and again, looks like MoneyGram stock price is running again today. I'll be covering that with you, and I've also got a piece about the Winklevoss twins claiming, quote, Wall Street has been asleep at the wheel. So I'll be getting into both of these topics in this video. Also, a quick programming note, this is going to be my last video for today. And there may not be any videos tomorrow either. I'm going to be going out of town. Michelle and I are heading up to Detroit for a friend's wedding. And so that's probably going to take up, I'm assuming, my entire day tomorrow. I don't think there's going to be an opportunity to record anything. If there actually is, then I'd love to put something out because this is my favorite hobby ever. But beyond that, we decided to kind of turn it into a little vacation because Michelle and I, neither of us have been to Detroit. Technically I was in Detroit because I had a connecting flight, but that was just in the airport. That doesn't really count, does it? So we thought that we'd just take a few extra days and just kind of hop around and see what the hell's there since we were going to be there anyway for a wedding. So regular content, so that's why I wanted to let you guys know, regular content schedule probably not going to resume potentially until Thursday. Probably not Thursday. So in the meantime, though, I will be trying to put out some videos. It may just be less than normal, but we'll just have to see. So I just want to give you a heads up if there's a little bit less content over the next 4 or 5 days, let's say. That is why. But don't worry, I will get back to it because I'm addicted to reporting on Ripple and XRP news. Sorry, not sorry. All right, so here's a tweet from... Oh, wait, actually, I should say this first. This is part of my opening shtick. I have to say this. Go ahead and hit that like button, but delicately. And if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. It's a pretty gosh darn good time. So here's a tweet from @alltheway08. All right, again... That's nearly 20% between present moment and yesterday. And he's got this little screen grab here. MoneyGram International stock price, $3.89. Now, boys and girls, that $3.89, that is even higher, at least by a penny, than what it ran up to right after the news of Ripple and MoneyGram partnering. Now, it has since come down. I'm going to show you the latest charts, but I just wanted to point out that, man, it got even higher than that, and I will not be surprised if this thing continues to run. This could absolutely change. I think a lot of and it is speculation, but speculators get that there is a tremendous opportunity for improving the MoneyGram's bottom line. And that's what they're banking on here. It really is because of Ripple. That's why all of this is happening. That's why Ripple was happy to pay, because it was mutually beneficial, but they're happy to pay $4.10 per share for MoneyGram, just understanding that they believed, I'm sure, that the value of the stock would end up ultimately exceeding that. Because that would mean success. It's more like to me it's the same as Ripple showing confidence that they believe their technology can be that game changing. That's what it kind of looks like to me in many ways. So if you look here, let me pull up the latest chart here now. And so as I sit here recording this, it's down to $3.65, but that's still way up. And you can see again. So here's the 1 day activity for the MoneyGram stock, and you can look over the last month or so, and you can see it has been climbing. And what really strikes me is if you go over to changes to, I don't want to do 5 day. Here's the 6 month chart. Now it starts to look like a cryptocurrency chart, doesn't it? Look at this volatility over 6 months. And it tanks. Oh, huge parabolic spike up, and then it tanks, and then it's running back up. This looks like a crypto chart to me, which is fascinating. Which, I mean, that can just happen in stocks anyway, but it's not surprising to me that it's happened, given that there is an actual partnership between Ripple and MoneyGram. So there we are on that. I don't know what the top's going to be over the next 12 months for this, and you know, I try to not pick individual stocks anyway. For me, you know what I think conceptually makes more sense. You know, to each their own. Not some sort of harsh negative critique if you feel differently, but I think index funds make a lot of sense. Just saying. That's why when I'm investing and I am picking individual coins like XRP in the asset class of cryptocurrency, happy to do that, but it's largely fun to me. And so maybe some people do the same thing with stocks, and that actually would be perfectly reasonable. I just think in terms of what's a reasonable retirement strategy, index fund is probably the way to go. This is not actual financial advice. I'm just sharing my personal opinion because I don't have a financial background. But take a look at that. And then here's a piece from NASDAQ. This was from earlier today. Yeah, early this morning, 6:45 a.m. EDT. And it states, the year 2019 has been so far so good for MoneyGram International, MGI, which suffered in 2018 due to softness in revenues, stiff competition, and high compliance costs. Last year, the stock tanked 84% compared with the industry's decline of 25.9%, but staged a comeback this year, having rallied 80% year to date, while the industry registered 19% growth. Western Union, WU, the leading money transfer company in the world, which lies ahead of MoneyGram, has gained 28% year to date. Other players in the same space, such as PayPal Holdings Inc., PYPL, and Square Inc., SQ, have gained 29% and 15% respectively during the same time frame. What dragged the stock down in 2018? MoneyGram grappled with increasing compliance cost controls, which impose limits on certain transactions. Also, the effect of tighter restrictions in corridors such as Nigeria and the United States has weighed on the company's revenues. Moreover, the U.S. to U.S. market is a persistent challenge with an increasingly aggressive market pricing and a variety of new competitors offering better services at attractive prices. Apart from struggling with pressure on revenues, MoneyGram is burdened with the high cost of regulatory compliance. Therefore, from 2014 to 2017, the company incurred nearly $39 million on average for its compliance enhancement program. In 2018, it further spent $12.9 million, up 34% year over year, on compliance betterment program. High compliance requirements have suffered loss of agents and customers. Plus, the expenses leave the company's margins stressed. MoneyGram's high leverage was another concern. Its high debt ratio, coupled with weak business, is a caution for investors. And so now, and that's absolutely true. And that's why it's so important with their this partnership between Ripple and MoneyGram. It's going to save MoneyGram and catapult Ripple in terms of what they're doing regarding adoption of I'd say both Xcurrent and XRP, and hopefully a blend of the two. And so the question here is, what has lifted the stock in 2019? And the piece continues. Though the company's revenues for the first 6 months have declined by nearly 13% year over year, business improvement initiatives undertaken by it are driving investors' confidence to some extent. Recently, MoneyGram received $30 million of equity investment from Ripple. The agreement allows MoneyGram to utilize Ripple's XRapid blockchain product, as well as XRP, Ripple's cryptocurrency, which, that's not true, but NASDAQ, come on, NASDAQ. You even have an XRP ticker. You should know that Ripple and XRP are not the same thing. Anyway, adopted XRP to facilitate cross-border settlements. The same will be done at lower cost and higher speed by the use of RippleNet, a network of more than 200 banks and payment providers, which makes it easy to connect and transact across the world. So, yep, there you go. And NASDAQ's acknowledging that the reason that the stock is up, it's thanks to Ripple. And this is no surprise. To me, it's just the coolest thing on the planet. So it's like right place, right time. MoneyGram needed help. Ripple needs to get more exposure out there. It needs to really expand RippleNet. And here you go. It's like match made in heaven. So I hope this continues to work out well. And I am looking forward to seeing what the bottom line of MoneyGram looks like. And specifically, I'd say first quarter of 2020 coming up here. But next piece here, this is from Cointelegraph. Winklevoss twins on Bitcoin. Wall Street has been asleep at the wheel. The Winklevoss twins, Bitcoin bulls and founders of the Gemini crypto exchange, say it's retail investors who are still largely reaping the benefits of the crypto market. In an interview with CNN Business on August 22nd, Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss gave their perspective on Bitcoin as an investment, industry risks, and the traditional financial sector's approach to the new asset class. While many still regard Bitcoin as too risky a bet for the average investor, Tyler argued that, on the contrary, the retail sector remains one step ahead of financial institutions when it comes to crypto. He argued that, quote, unlike the internet, which you couldn't buy a piece of, you can actually buy a piece of this new internet of money. It's still a retail-driven market from day one, and a lot of people have done really well. Wall Street has been asleep at the wheel. Of all traditional investments, Cameron added, Bitcoin is most similar to gold, a new store of value for the digital era. And while it may be volatile, it's the future, he said, underscoring, we had to invest because we were afraid of missing out. We couldn't miss out on this future. Indeed, and so while I'm not as thrilled about Bitcoin because it's not being used for anything, and I highly question the degree to which it can be scaled, and if scaled, the degree to which that would centralize the whole process, but even so, yay Bitcoin, I'm just more into XRP, and I just want to see the entire asset class thrive. I want to see more blockchain solutions, blockchain specifically, that have native digital assets attached to them. I want to see those succeed based on utility. And that's what we're beginning to see with XRP, I think, regardless of the short-term price action. I don't care about the frenzy around crypto resulting in XRP price in the short term going down. I really just don't care. I understand that this is just how humans behave, and they're going to keep doing it until the industry and the asset class is really figured out. But by then, the opportunity for tremendous gains will have been lost. You're potentially talking a decade or two from now. Who knows? That's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. And I promise you, if it's possible, tomorrow I will post at least one video, but I just don't know if time-wise it's going to fit out. Typically, weddings and receptions, they're all-day affairs. And plus, once that open bar hits, come on, guys, all bets are off. Ain't no content for Moon Lambo in the evening once that happens. So, there you go. But, until next time, to the Moon Lambo!